I've got my top 10 shortstops to draft this season, and that list is coming up next on Beat the Odds. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Beat the Odds, your source for expert fantasy baseball insights all season long. Spring training is in full swing, and the 2025 fantasy baseball season is right around the corner, and I've got the top 10 shortstops that you're going to want to target in your fantasy baseball drafts. If you're a fan of this type of content, I'd encourage you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell. Now let's jump right into the list here at number 10. We have Bo Bichette, Comeback Player of the Year. My money's on Bo. Now, of course, he has set the bar so low with his performance last year that it's hard not to consider him. Plus, he's playing for a new contract. Now, I might carry a bit of a bias being a lifelong Jays fan, but I don't think a 280 average, 90 run, 20 homer, 80 runs batted in season is out of the question for Bo. Buy that discount. Let's go to number 9. We have Willy Adames. Now, how does a player who just came off the season that he has get ranked so low on this list? Well, for starters, the shortstop position is absolutely stacked. And more importantly, his 32 homers and 21 stolen bases won't translate at Oracle Park. I'd count on Adames' floor as his 2019 season with the Rays, and his ceiling to be not much higher than that. Let's move to number 8. We have CJ Abrams. One look at his StatCast and you'll see why managers are hesitant to draft CJ. Sure, he's going to give you a 20 homer, 30 stolen base season, which is great for fantasy purposes, but he ranked as one of the worst defensive shortstops last season, and he doesn't hit the ball terribly well, and he had a .314 on base percentage, which is low for a leadoff hitter. I'm fading him hard in drafts this year. Let's move on to number 7. We have Corey Seager. If you plan on drafting Seager, you have to factor in the IL stints that he's going to likely face this season. That fact, and his lack of speed aside, Seager will challenge for the best pure hitter at shorts still this season. If he eclipses 500 at-bats, a 95-run, 30 homer, and 100-run batted season is certainly within his grasp, and he will be a major plus on batting average, which might actually be his best attribute. Let's go to number 6. We have Trey Turner. From one ex-Dodger shortstop to another, Turner might be headed towards the leadoff spot this season, which would boost his stolen base and run totals. His batting average was a little lucky last year, and he doesn't really walk, but if he decides to take a few more pitches this season, the move to the leadoff spot could stick. He would challenge for the league lead in runs scored if that actually does happen. Let's go to number 5. We have Francisco Lindor. The only thing about Lindor's game that I wouldn't bank on is his stolen bases. He's still an elite defensive talent and is a pure switch hitter in the sense that he has neutral splits. He will return 30 home run power, and he's going to score a ton of runs hitting in front of Soto this season. Landing Lindor will likely cost you an early second round pick, but it's going to be well worth it. Let's go to number 4. We have Mookie Betts. Did you know that Mookie walked more than he struck out last year? If it wasn't for the otherworldly Shohei Ohtani, Mookie would be the unquestioned leadoff hitter for the Dodgers. As it stands, look to Mookie at number 2 and returning a nice haul of counting stats every time he steps into the batter's box. Plus, he's going to carry 3 positions this season as well. Let's go to number 3. We have Gunnar Henderson. The future is here. Gunnar is doing things at age 23 that we would expect from superstars in their prime, leading me to believe that there's still another couple of gears that we have yet to be seen with him. The debate will be ongoing for years as to who the best shortstop is in the league, and you can bet that Gunnar is going to be on that short list. 40 home runs this season, don't bet against it. Moving on to number 2, we have Elly De La Cruz. Now, if I had to choose between Elly and Gunnar, I actually probably would go Gunnar, but you can't deny the monstrous talent that Elly has carried going into his 3rd season. He is a joy to watch on defense and is absolute dynamite on the bases. Where he might lack in-game power than some of the other top-flight shortstops, he makes it up for it with his legs. 75 stolen bases this season? Don't bet against it. And finally, at number 1, we have Bobby Witt Jr. Forget the number 1 shortstop. There might be a case for Bobby Witt Jr. being the number 1 player in the entire fantasy game. Ohtani's season is a near lock to not be repeated ever again, even by Ohtani, and there might still be another level to Witt's game. He's already the fastest player in the league, while having all the metrics support his .332 batting average from last season. I wouldn't argue if you picked Witt first overall this year. And that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video and, of course, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I'm going to sign off for now, but I will catch you guys on the next episode.